Okay, so we talked about the Toronto Raptors and the Boston Celtics, the defending NBA champions, were in a lot of trouble. It was game 3 against the Celtics. And the Raptors, you could say it was a fluke win. OG Anunoby drills the game winner. You can say it was a fluke all you want to, but history ain't going to say it's a fluke if the Raptors come back and beat the Celtics. We said the defending champions were in trouble. So if we said the Raptors were in trouble, you already know what I think about the Milwaukee Bucks after they lost 4 straight games last year in the Eastern Conference Finals to Kawhi Leonard's Toronto Raptors. They're down 2 games to zip to Jimmy Butler and them dang feisty Miami Heat. You got to believe the Bucks got to have this game. They cannot go down 3 games to zip. I don't care if they in the bubble in Orlando. I don't care if they're in the bubble in wherever. I don't care if they're in the bubble. I don't care what. I don't care if they're playing in bubble gum. You cannot go down 3 games to zip and think you're going to win a series with Giannis Antetokounmpo as your star. Point blank, period. Let's get right into it. Game 3, Giannis, Chris Middleton, Bucks got to have this one against Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, and the Miami Heat. Let's go. Let's go. Woo, man, I cannot tell you how important this game is for Giannis Antetokounmpo's ever so growing legacy. Middleton starts it out right, drilling a 3. So Giannis is 26 years of age. He is about to win his 2nd MVP, back-to-back years. He just won the Defensive Player of the Year award last week. This man's got to be better than this. I'm looking at Chris Middleton come out and set the tone for the Bucks. When will Giannis come out and set the tone? As Duncan Robinson. Look, you got to be able to shoot in the league today. I'm sorry, man. I'm looking at who's winning. You know, the Rockets and the Lakers played later on this night. Rockets gave it to the Lakers. Look at Chris Middleton. You got to be able to shoot, man. All this back you down. You could get away with that in the regular season. Unless you about to shack it. And you got to be able to shoot, man. Like, look at all that. Like, look at that's a 7-footer knocking down a 3. You got to be able to shoot. Bucks take the early 15-8 lead. How about Jay Crowder? Boys, he having himself a playoff run. Traded at the deadline from Memphis and Miami. See, look, all due respect to the Greek Freak, you'll win a lot of MVPs like that. You ain't winning too many playoff games like that. Beautiful pass inside from Butler to Bam. What a deuce. I heard Bam had a great game. He had 20 points, 16 rebounds. That's a really good stat line. 7-8 from the field. DiVincenzo. All these shooters that the Bucks got, they are MIA. And the spacing is awful as Duncan Robinson drills the 3. Jimmy in facilitator mode. Let's see if he'll go and get him a bucket. Nope, still passing. Iguodala, corner. You could tell, like, you could look at Jimmy Butler and see that he's in facilitating mode. How many assists he has? 6 assists. He's going to start scoring the ball later. He had 30, so I know he's going to start scoring at some point. As Brook Lopez drills the tough 2. Did Lopez lead them in scoring tonight? Lopez had 22. He led the Bucks in scoring. That cannot happen, man. Dragic drills the 3. Another solid game for him, 15 points. George Hill, tough shot. That is tough. Let's move on to the second quarter. Bucks are in a nice spot right now. They're up 5. Giannis, Bledsoe. That looks good. Bucks looking good. Looking like, you know, they're heading towards a win. Still early, though. Jay Crowder over Marvin Williams. And I've been loving the ball that Marvin's been playing. But Jay Crowder is confident as hell right now. Took 11 shots. Get this, y'all. All 3-pointers. Knocked down 5 out of 11 for the Miami Heat. Middleton, after the Wesley Matthews 3, go get you one. I think Wesley Matthews should be, Wesley Matthews is playing defense on Jimmy Butler. I'm fine with that. In regards to Chris Middleton, I think he's a really good third option, man. I think he's a great third option. But a second option in a situation like this, I'm not so sure as Bam goes and gets one off the rim. Giannis for 3. He missed a lot of them bad boys in this one. Middleton right there. So Bucks are up 10, y'all. Less than 3 minutes to go in the second. They're in a good spot right now. Make it a 2-1 series. Bam drills the 2. You make this a 2-1 series. I'm assuming Giannis will have a big game 4. Oh, yeah. Go give me one, Bam. Go give me one, Adebayo. It's a 6-point game. George Hill. Lopez. Okay. Lopez putting it on the ground.
Duncan Robinson's been quiet. Kicks it outside.
Derrick Jones, them the ones that you just can't give up, man. Can't give up points to Derrick Jones. I'm fine with him shooting it, but you know, if you're Milwaukee, you're just bummed that one went in. Because this guy is letting it go. He can make them. You let an athlete like Derrick Jones get one of those falls, it's just demoralizing. Middleton. He looks good. Middleton. So Middleton's had big first halves in games 1 and game 3. Giannis had a pretty good game 2. He had 29. As Brook Lopez is like, look, I'm looking at the score, right? We're in the third quarter, 10 minutes to go. 62-53, Miami. To me, if Giannis is the MVP and Defensive Player of the Year, this is enough. Yeah, Giannis, that was a beautiful move. Giannis has more than enough help in this one to get this done. I mean, his team pretty much allowed him to not do much in the first half. It's go time. Let's go. Put this thing away, Giannis. 9-point game. It's Butler time. Uh-oh. Beautiful. Adebayo. Jimmy's looking a little bit more aggressive here in the third. Oh, my goodness. No foul, but he gets it to go anyway. Oh, my goodness. Butler stepping up in the third. This game was up for the taking for a star, and it looks like it's going to be Jimmy to take it. Marvin Williams. No. Good rebound and pass. We go, George Hill.
Hero's got to take that shot.
Okay. Iguodala. Uh-huh. 3-pointer. Middleton. I'm loving the movement from Brook Lopez in this game. Now I'm questioning. It feels like Lopez is moving the amount that Giannis should be moving. Look at what they're doing with Giannis. Like, Giannis got that dunk to go. That's great. But the movement from Lopez is what I want to see from Giannis. Let's see what the big fella does here. No fouls. Probably an offensive foul. Hey, gets away with it. 10-point game. Okay, 12-point game. Look like Milwaukee. Looks like Milwaukee is gaining a little momentum. Dante DiVincenzo. Bucks go up 14. Hero for 3. Miami's about to make their run. You could tell. As Giannis goes and gets... This game should be won by Milwaukee. You're up 11. 10 to go. Okay. Beautiful play from Giannis. I see you, big fella. No way Miami wins this game, right? No way. That's just a want play from Jimmy Butler. So a lot of this fourth quarter won't be shown in this highlight because Jimmy Butler lived at the free throw line in the fourth quarter. I think he dropped 17. Beautiful play from Jimmy Butler to get his hands on that one. Look out. It's a 1-point game just like that. Like I said, you won't see a lot of it because Jimmy Butler was at the free throw line a lot. Check this out. Yeah. Is that good? Giannis Antetokounmpo from the three-point line. 0 for 7. Ooh. May I interest you in 7 for 21 from the field for Giannis. 21 points, 16 rebounds, 9 assists. Not bad. Stuff in the stat line, but damn sure not great. Heat up a point. Iguodala to bam. Probably got away with a foul to Giannis. The Bucks are reeling. Can they stay in this one? They blew that lead. George Hill goes and gets them a deuce. It's a 1-point game. Giannis, woo! I think so apparently Giannis got hurt. You can kind of tell on that one. He didn't look the same on that dunk. He go back up 1. They're up 3 now. Look at Jimmy Butler. Got that look in his eye. He was waiting to see how Brook Lopez played it. Brook played the shot, and Jimmy goes off glass. Look at this beautiful pass from Butler to Crowder. Oh! Heat are up 7 with a minute to go. Need it. You're not going to get it from Middleton. Uh-oh. Wow. This is a shocker. Jimmy Butler, 30 points. Crowder gives me 17. Combined between Giannis and Middleton, I only give 39. 40 points between Middleton and Giannis is not enough. And don't look now, people. The only team that's undefeated in the playoffs, the Miami Heat, are 1 win away from sweeping through the first 2 rounds of the playoffs and clinching a berth in the Eastern Conference Finals against maybe the Boston Celtics or maybe the Toronto Raptors. Wow, this is a stunner for that fan base in Milwaukee. And I want to be fair to them, right? You know, Giannis ain't playing great. And, you know, one thing that would have helped out with that a lot is floor spacing. And when you start talking about floor spacing, you're talking about the shooters. And when you start talking about the shooters, you're talking about getting home games, having that home court advantage that the Bucks played their asses off for this regular season. Well, we're in a bubble in Orlando. Ain't no home court. I don't care how much crowd sweetening and crowd noise you bring in. It ain't the same. So you look around, and if Giannis ain't going to have home court to help his shooters out, Giannis ain't going to have a lane because they're building a brick wall against the Greek Freak. The shooters, which I didn't think they were bad tonight, they're still not their normal selves. So we're expecting Giannis, who has literally no signature move at this point in his career, to create something that's really not there. And now it's Giannis versus Jimmy Butler. And yes, if Giannis is going to have 4 games in Milwaukee, I'll take Giannis as the better player. But if we're just hooping YMCA style, which is essentially what the bubble is, Jimmy Butler's a better hooper than Giannis Antetokounmpo. Facts are the facts. That's what it is. And the Milwaukee Bucks are on there. I mean, I would tend to believe they're going to get swept. I'm sure their confidence is shot at this point. And I can't believe this one. I picked Miami to win this series because I thought it was a bad matchup. Also add in, and I'm going to be real about it, the fact that the Milwaukee Bucks opted to sit out Game 5 versus Orlando. It seemed like they were not on the same page as a team. George Hill kind of stepped up. Sterling Brown kind of stepped up and sat it out. I got to believe that impacted some of the chemistry in the locker room. You got to believe that impacted some of these guys. Very diverse background in that locker room. But this ain't good, y'all. The Bucks are down 3 games to zip to the Miami Heat, on the verge of getting swept. The number 1 seed, you got the MVP and the Defensive Player of the Year. He cannot get swept. He cannot get swept. That's where we're at with it right now. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this series in the comment box below. This is a shocker. It's going to be a long, I can't even say a summer anymore because we're past the summer. Until these dudes hit the court again in December or January, it's going to be a long off season for Giannis if he gets swept. I don't care how many awards you got. There is no way you can celebrate your success if you get swept in the second round. I'm out.